You have a spirit parasite right now telling you to scroll. And so those who the spirit parasite is overwhelming will scroll before the very end of the video. Those who can watch until the end will receive the ultimate antidote to this parasite. I'm not just making a bunch of claims either. I'm going to prove that you are all infected with this spirit parasite. And this is not symbolic. When I say spirit, I mean a collection of attributes that make something what it is. The ancient peoples would have said the essence. And the essence is a collection of attributes that make something what it is. It's the thing that makes you across change and time. You see, there's a parasite that controls where you go, when you wake up, what you eat, what you fear, what you chase, and what you call normal. And the most creepy part is, though this thing is extracting you, you are built and made to defend it. If you think you know what the parasite is, comment below, okay? But it's not money, it's not government, it's not technology. You're close, but you're not close enough. While you're guessing below, let me give you some hints. You see, the parasite is older than all of those, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. It lives above you, it feeds below you. It builds palaces, towers, temples, banks, and courts. It does not create life, it drains life. I know some of you are thinking, vampire. But no, vampires are related. The vampire is one of the oldest metaphors for this parasite. A vampire is not scary because it has fangs. A vampire is scary because it looks human while feeding on humans. It's refined, elegant, immortal, parasitic. And our parasite has these same attributes. So let's talk about the demographic treadmill. How does a parasite expand if it destroys human health? By trading quality of life for quantity of labor. You see, it's the same pattern everywhere it goes. You know, when a hunter-gatherer group, right, or a group of foragers, when they come in contact, child mortality increases by 63.2%. Infections spike dramatically due to sanitary decline. And then what it does is, it'll take woman, and instead of having about 4 or 5 babies through her lifetime, she'll start to have 15, 12 babies. You see, even though you're getting more child mortalities, you're still getting more babies being born in general. You see, the vampire does not kick down your door and invites you into its castle, or it asks you to let it in. It makes domination look beautiful. A consumer, walking and walking and walking. You might be thinking zombie. That's close, but it's still not it, because the Hollywood zombie is just a metaphor. In Haitian folklore, the true horror is not the dead people eating brains. The true horror is a person stripped of will, name, memory, family, freedom, a person turned into a laboring body, a slave after death. Not just dead, but owned. You see, every time hunter-gatherers come into connections with civilization and begin to assimilate, they get more diabetes, they get more cancer, their children start to die. It's true they always had insulin sensitivity, but they didn't have diabetes. You see, the vampire steals your life. The vampire loses itself. But the parasite I'm talking about does both. It drains life like a vampire, and it steals will like a zombie. So what is it? Now, before I answer that, look at the people who have spent the longest time refusing, right? The people hiding in forests, the people on islands, the people who run from roads, miners, missionaries, tourists, and officials, the people who shoot arrows when outsiders come too close. You see, when these hunter-gatherers act like this, they call them savages. They say, why are they so hostile? Well, that's the wrong question. The real question is, what do they see when they look at us? Maybe they don't see advanced. Maybe they see infected bodies. On the Sentinelese Island, right? This tree dropped and gave me a gift. On the island, a British guy came over. I'll just give you the quick of it. He stole 4 people. 2 elders, 2 children. He took them into the civilization. Now, the 2 elders, they came across pathogens they never seen before, and so their bodies could not adapt to that sickness, and they died fairly quickly. Now, so when they died, he took the 2 children back, right? But when they came back, guess what they brought with them? The disease. Wiping out probably about half or 50% of the people on the island. I want you to think about that. And what kind of impression would that leave on the people on the island? I mean, this happened to all hunter-gatherers. The Jawaras, right? They died from measles outbreaks, right? And the Ashe, forcible removal to reservations. 40 to 50% of the entire population died from sickness, right? The Amazonia epidemics from 1875 to 2008. The mortality rate was like 25% on average per year. Let's just think about it. Every time they come in contact with the civilized, half of them die, they're kidnapped, they're experimented on, and then those who join their ways end up getting diabetes, cancer, obesity, unrecognizable forms of themselves. So let's think about that. Bodies carrying diseases they cannot survive, bodies carrying hunger for land, bodies carrying roads, flags, guns, markets, laws, debt, addiction, and dependency. In our apocalypse movies, when infected people approach the last safe place, what do the survivors do? They close the gate, they hide, they fight back. So when isolated peoples defend their borders, maybe they are acting like the last humans in a zombie movie. See, ancient hunter-gatherers, they got a name for us. They call it the Wetiko. That's what they call the parasite. I'm gonna tell you what we call it in our language. We call it civilization. First it marks the territory, then it fences it, then it taxes it, then it extracts from it, then it forces people to depend on it. Civilization extracts freedom from humanity and nature from the earth. Yeah, civilization is the parasite. That's why you work that 9 to 5. That's why you pay those bills. That's why the entire earth is being ravished of its forests and of its trees and of its oils and of its blood and of its animals. Yeah, civilization is the parasite, and you can break free. You don't have to work that 9 to 5. You weren't meant to work that job. You don't have to live this life. There's a book called FAMS, Food, Forest, Foraging, Hunting, Anti-Fragile Modern Society. It'll be free for the next 7 days, and a link at the top of the page. That is the antidote to this parasite. I love you all. Peace.